Hello, everyone. It's Senora Shah. I'm here at my dining room table on a Sunday night in November before I go out on maternity leave, trying to wrap up some stuff. And one of the things that I need to talk to you about is your scheduling options for next year. So I'm going to take a minute and record this awkward screencast to talk to you about that. So just a reminder. There we go, of your graduation requirements. In order to graduate from Hopedale Junior Senior High School, you need 2 high school credits of foreign language. Our only foreign language is Spanish, so there you go. The junior high Spanish 1 and 2 that you took in 7th and 8th grade doesn't count towards your graduation requirement. So any 2 years at the high school level, most of you are sophomores, so you could be done at the end of this year if you want to be done. However, I want you to keep in mind that most of your 4-year colleges and universities are going to prefer at least 3 years of the same foreign language. So if you are planning to go to college, I would strongly recommend that you take a 3rd year of foreign language. Another reminder of the main differences between CP and honors Spanish courses. There's really no option that's 100% better. It's really a question of what is better for you, what you're more comfortable with. Junior year is traditionally a pretty challenging year, so it might be worth entertaining thinking about what level is better for you and more realistic for you to focus on what is really important to you. The main difference is the pace, the amount of vocab, the language of instruction. Mr. Mainini, who's the primary Spanish 5 teacher, does teach all of his courses all in Spanish, but the honors is a little bit more intense. It's a little bit more fast-paced. You're expected to be a little bit more independent, and you're held accountable for a lot more at the honors level than at the CP level. I would encourage you to talk to him more about some of those specific differences. So I made this chart to help illustrate the difference or where you can go for next year. Anything that you see with a red arrow indicates that you need a teacher recommendation to get into that course. So if you're currently in CP4, you can go to CP5, no problem. And then as a senior, if you want, you can take our Hispanic Culture and Conversation elective. If you're currently in honors, you can go to CP5, no problem. Or with our recommendation, you can go to Honors Spanish 5 or Honors Hispanic Culture and Conversation as a junior if you would like. I'll talk more about those in a second. So if you're currently in CP Spanish 4, although your graduation requirement is complete when you pass this year, and you're all going to pass this year, right? You may choose to enroll in Honor Spanish 5 if we recommend it. And I have left a list of recommendations with Senora first. So she has my input, but we're also going to be looking at your midterm exam grades. And Mr. Mainini will be looking at them too, to kind of take a look at your writing and take a look at what you can do and if he thinks it's more appropriate for honors or CP. So you may choose to enroll in Honor Spanish 5 or CP Spanish 5. Those are really your options for next year. Or if you decide that 2 years is enough for you, you could be done. And that's fine too. If you're currently in Honor Spanish 4, if we recommend you for it, you can go to Honor Spanish 5. You could go to CP Spanish 5 if that's a better fit for you, if it's going to cause you less stress, if it's going to allow you to focus on something that you think you might pursue as a possible career opportunity. If you know that you're a science person, maybe you should focus more on the science classes and take CP Spanish 5. It still looks good. You still are getting the exposure to the language, but you're just not stressed about it. Or you could choose to take the Culture and Conversation elective. I'll go back to AP in a second. The Hispanic Culture and Conversation elective, you may take it as either a half-year course or a full-year course. It's conducted all in Spanish. The focus is not grammar. The focus is conversation. It's really, can you speak Spanish? What is interesting about Hispanic culture? And how does it compare and relate to our lives? It's a really, really great course, and Mr. Mainini does a great job of customizing it for student interest and for student ability. He does a lot of creative activities. Your assessment is mostly based on participation. He does have some projects and a few written reflections. Topics include everything from current events, sports, food, religion, art, music, film, really anything that the students want to bring to it, he's pretty open to. So it's a really great opportunity to take that course. However, if you're planning to take AP, and I'm going to talk to you again in 1 second about how great AP is, you cannot replace Honors Spanish 5 as the prerequisite for AP Spanish Language and Culture. You really need some of the grammar practice in Honors Spanish 5 to get into AP. You can take it at the same time as either Honors Spanish 5 or AP. The skills and the topics really complement each other. So if you wanted to take both as a senior or as a junior, either Honors 5 and Culticon or AP and Culticon, you can take them at the same time, but you can't replace Honors 5 with Culticon to get into AP. I hope I just said that right. I hope that wasn't too confusing. Let me go back and talk to you about how great AP is. So AP Spanish Language and Culture is a college level course. I do teach it in kind of a seminar style, very similar to the courses that I took at BC, where you take something home, whether it's a reading or a video or a song or some kind of an activity, and then the class the next day is really based on you guys participating and kind of guiding the conversation. It is conducted 100% in Spanish. It uses authentic texts and resources from the Spanish-speaking world. The best part about it is that you can get college credit for it for the cost of an AP exam, which is, I think it's $90, whereas a college level course is like $1,000. So there's a significant financial advantage to taking it, as well as when you get to college, if you have those AP credits, you can really focus more on something that you really want to study. And hopefully it's Spanish, but if it's not, it opens up a slot in your college schedule where you can focus on something else. The AP curriculum focuses on 6 big themes: global challenges, everything from the environment to immigration; beauty and aesthetics, where we talk about art and music and literature; families and communities; personal and public identities; contemporary life; and science and technology. I love the curriculum. I think it's so interesting and relevant, and we really just kind of sit around and talk about our opinions all the time. So I think it's a really great course. I'm looking forward to teaching it for the 5th time next year, and then when you guys are seniors, teaching it for the 6th time. And our students traditionally do very well on the AP test, so I think you're really set up for success there, and I really encourage you to seriously consider it. I think that is just about everything. But if you do have any questions, or if I lost you, if this is confusing, please talk to Mr. Mainini, or send me an email. I am not sure right now if I have been responding to emails, but I'm hoping that I will be. And I think scheduling should begin sometime after February break. But again, if you sign up for something right now, we can always fix it later. We have plenty of time to fix it. So really think about what you want to do, but also know that it's not the end of the world and that nothing is written in stone. And if you have any questions, talk to me, Mr. Mainini, or your guidance counselor. And I hope everyone is doing well. Hopefully the winter hasn't been too bad. So hopefully we haven't had a lot of snow days. And I will see you very, very soon. All right. Take care, everyone. Adios.